Hello YouTube, so today we're going to be going over the Superheavy Samurai deck. So we play 3 Transporter, 3 Big Warg, 3 Wagon, 3 Soul Piercer, 3 Magnet, 3 Scales, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ghost Bell, 3 Fist, 3 Soul Claw, 3 Trumpeter, 1 Battle Ball, 3 Soul Horns, and 3 Peacemaker. For the extra deck, 3 Steam Train King, 1 Susawawo, I guess, 2 QE, 3 Stealth Ninja, 2 Ogre, 2 Musashi, and 2 Scarecrow. So, you can't play any spells in the deck because you're not able to, like, the whole one of the gimmicks with the Super Heavy Samurai deck is that you can't special summon in some of the Super Samurai cards or activate some of their effects if you have spells in the graveyard. And the reason that you don't end up playing Denko Sekka in the deck is because if you did, you wouldn't be able to special summon like Soul Piercer because they are equip monster. They count as equip spells that activate in the spell and trap card zone to special summon themselves out of the spell and trap card zone. And you wouldn't be able to do that if you activated Denko Sekka's second effect. And if you only activated its first effect, then you have a spell in the graveyard. So you just shouldn't play Denko Sekka. That's my consensus. You just play 6 hand traps because you want to see as many like good Super Heavy Samurai cards as you can. You know, a lot of these cards are good. Battle Ball isn't particularly good, but the other, and I guess Samurai Scales are really cuttable, but the rest of the cards you kind of have to keep in play. And yeah, for the extra deck monsters, it's notable that all of them really need they attack when they're in defense position, essentially, or at least a lot of them do. And and they apply their defense for damage. So like this has 2000 attack, but most of the time you're gonna attack with its defense. So that's pretty interesting. That's the whole gimmick of the deck. It really isn't that good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's a good deck. It really isn't. It's got a lot of problems. Not being able to use spells is definitely a huge problem. Alongside that, you can't really you don't have any negation, and a lot of your cards just that's definitely one of the main problems. And the other thing is that you can't if you special summon the best Super Heavy Samurai cards, make sure that you are locked specifically in Super Heavy Samurai, so you can't and that's like if you've special summoned like a Synchro monster, then you can't special summon them afterwards. So it's really one of those things where you have to play the deck. You can't play any generic spells. You can play generic hand traps, but you also can't play any like generic extra deck monsters. So which really sucks. So the deck really definitely on Konami's part needs like a lot of improving. Your best 3 monsters are definitely Train King, Stealth Ninja, and Scarecrow. The other ones are good, but they're definitely not as good. And even them, this card, you can discard up to 2 cards to target that many cards on your opponent's field and destroy them. You can see how that's behind, because lots of cards are are like untargetable or undestroyable. So yeah, you can see how that's kind of far behind. This one's pretty cool. You can discard a card to special summon back a Super Heavy Samurai card, but I don't know. It's a pretty interesting deck. It can make some plays, but it's a really slow deck. there are a lot of decks, even really bad decks, that would beat this because it's just not that playable. You can play it, but most of the time you're just like none of these cards are indestructible. Destructible. None of these cards are like can all of them can be targeted. Uh, it's it's it would be very easy for most decks to destroy to like get rid of these cards. It's not there. It's definitely not a good deck, but it's if you're kind of interested in a different playing style than it is in, it's interesting. You can make some cool plays, but it's very it just doesn't have a lot of things you can do. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Seems like I'm trashing on Super Heavy Samurai, like I enjoy the deck, but it definitely needs a lot of improvement. A lot of these cards are very outdated and need, um, yeah, need just it just needs better cards, honestly. Wagon was a great card to get for the deck, but it needs better synchro monsters. Honestly, that's definitely like one of the bigger things. It needs better synchro monsters. It can link summon too. So link summoning, synchro summoning. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll Caesar fusion summon. I don't know, but it definitely needs some kind of just better support because these cards aren't sufficient. And even like 2014, even like 2010, I don't think that this deck would have been able to keep up. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Yeah, peace.